Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, June 9th, and it is Tea Talk Tuesday. I am just wanting to make sure that we're on. This might be the first time in a while where I'm able to go live and be heard right on time. So let me just see. I think it's happening. I'll wait to see if I get any comments in the chat at this point. But I am so happy to be with you. It is a gorgeous morning. Again, it is Tuesday, June 9th. Welcome to Tea Talk. Today, I've been giving you some tips on iced tea. Maybe last week I started that, or the week before. And I wanted to share with you with that iced tea. I'm drinking hot tea today, but with iced tea, we talked about brewing. Good morning, everybody. I see you popping on. Good morning, Dottie. Good morning, Amy. Morning, Libby. I'm assuming that is. It is great to be with you this morning. So when we are talking about iced tea, I like to dress it up a little bit. I love to put things in my iced tea. I don't like just plain iced tea. So I like to do a variety. I love mint, especially if it's fresh out of the garden. Mint in watermelon is a really good one. Lemon and ginger together. That's really a good one. Strawberry and basil. Have you guys ever tried that? Strawberry and basil. So after you're done brewing your tea, you can put your fruit and your herbs and so on in there and just let it set for 5 or 10 minutes or so. And then you can strain the fruit out. That's usually what I recommend because the flavor will be infused. But also, if you want it to be super flavorful, you can puree your fruit and your herbs ahead of time, put it in there, and then strain that out. So it's going to be a scorcher here in Buffalo. And so we're going to be making some iced tea today. And since our pool is not quite ready to be swimming in, and it's going to be 90, which is a little sad. But my poor husband, he has been working crazy. And yesterday he came home early, all ready to finish getting that pool ready for today. And something happened to his knee and he's in terrible pain. So if you would just remember to pray for him today, I'd really appreciate that. It'd be great. All right. Good morning. Good morning, Angela. Oh, there's Libby. Good morning, Carrie. Welcome to Tea Talk Tuesday. It is June 29th. And today I chose hot tea. I wanted a little caffeine boost this morning. And I thought this was the perfect mug because I want to talk to you a little bit today about dreaming big dreams and a little bit about daydreaming. I don't know if you guys have experienced this yourselves, but for me, during this, switching up of life, I'm going to call it, right? We've been doing things really differently for the last couple months. And depending on where you are, you're at different stages of getting back to normal. I've taken some time to dream some dreams during all of this, to just really look at the possibilities of what's next. You know, there's just that sense of, you never know what's going to happen. If ever there was a year to cement the idea that you never know what's going to happen, 2020 would be that year, which I think is really cool because 2020 is just, there's all those memes about, your 2020 vision and all of that, the way that we look at things, the way that we see things. Like 2020 means we should see things really clearly, means you have perfect vision. And I was thinking of that idea. What is my vision? What is my 2020 vision, And what are my dreams? And how do I get those to be reality? So I started thinking, I was daydreaming a little bit. I will admit it. I was daydreaming a little bit. And I say I will admit it like it's this negative thing. But did you know, fun fact, and you might argue with me, that people spend an average of 47% of their waking time daydreaming. It's true because I read it somewhere on Google. It's got to be true, right? 47% though. That's almost half your day awake daydreaming. And we always think of daydreaming as like something kids do. You always see the teacher catching the kid daydreaming in class, usually staring out the window. But it is a proven fact that people who daydream a lot are very creative. They're very intelligent people, and it boosts creativity. It boosts like brain power. So I think that I need to be daydreaming a lot more than I do. I don't think I'm giving my full 47% to the joy of daydreaming, the possibilities of daydreaming. So I want to encourage you today, welcome to Tea Talk Tuesday, to dream big. I'm drinking English breakfast tea. And I think it's kind of cool because, and appropriate, it kind of goes with my theme, because I really started to love that tea, or at least a tea like it, when I lived in England. And when I look back at my life, at some of the places that I've been and things that I've done, and realize that, those were some pretty big dreams that came true in my life. When I first became a missionary back in 1990, I had big dreams of going all around the world. And, a lot of my friends or the people that became my friends in the missions, a lot of them never even wanted to leave the States. They just figured there's so much work for us to be done here in our own country. For a lot of people, it's, there's enough work and service to do right in our own communities. So you don't need to travel. You don't need to go anywhere to find a need and to allow God to use you. But not me. And, I know I was only a teenager. So some people are like, well, you were a teenager and teenagers just can't wait to get as far away from home as possible. But that really wasn't what it was about. I just always had vision of going to far away places and, not to get away, but to just experience these big things. So I really feel when I look back at those kind of formative years between like 18 and 25, 27, as years where big dreams came true in my life. Even when I was overseas in Europe, I never thought that I would be asked to go to Africa. And I never thought that if I was asked that I'd be able to do it. I mean, I was just a kid. Some of us, we have kids who are older than I was when I was called to go to Africa. And yet, when my leaders said, hey, Carrie, we want you to lead a team to Africa. I mean, I think I was 23 when that happened. And first of all, I was like, well, what do I know about Africa? Number one. And number two, I would love to, but I have a bad back. And so I don't know how I'm going to be able to do that. Because when you go to Africa, you literally take everything that you want for a year and you put it in a backpack. And that's all you can take, and you have to carry it. So it stands to reason that you would find the biggest backpack you can. So that's what I did. I found the biggest backpack I could. It was like this, almost as tall as me. And I did all the things to fit everything in there for a year, but then I had to carry it. And I thought, how is this, God, this isn't going to be possible because of my back problems. I've had them for as long as I can remember. I think they started as a teenager. So, but when you ask God, how is this possible? How can this possibly happen? Just sit back and watch him answer you. Right? So if you are just joining us, welcome to Tea Talk Tuesday. It is June 9th. I'm Carrie. I'm very happy to be with you guys. Ray's joined us. Hi, Ted. Ted, it was so good to meet you this week. Hopefully most of you guys know I did get to spend, I think like 4 days or so in the Cleveland area with the B team this past week. And we had Ladies Night Thursday. We had awesome adoration on Friday. We set up for Restore. Saturday, we recorded, and it was just really a wonderful time. And I got to meet Ted. I got to meet Father Max, and it was great to see so many of the people that just love and support the ministry and everything that's going on with it. If there's anyone that I know that dreams big dreams and God uses those dreams just to make incredible things happen. It's the Wazinski team. So I'm really just excited to be a part of that. So thank you, Ted. Thank you for his comment about my singing. I love that. And where's Bob? Is Bob on this morning? Bob is responsible for my first sit down in a restaurant meal in a very long time. So cheers and thank you, Bob, for that. All right. So I don't know if you can hear that, but my husband must be up because my dog is going crazy downstairs. And whenever his master shows himself, he gets a little, the dog gets a little wound up. I said the dog because I knew someone, probably Greg, would comment on Troy being the one that gets, all excited. All right. So I started thinking again about this idea of dreams, of daydreaming. And, dreams are all over the place in the Bible, right? Dreams or visions. So I like to think of a daydream as a dream and potentially a vision. And so all throughout the Old Testament, we see this thing of people having visions or dreams, daydreams, and then what happens because of that, and even then when we think in the New Testament, we just looking at Joseph, he had these ideas of what his life was going to be like. He dreamt of marrying this beautiful young girl, Mary, and the life that they would build together. And suddenly that was all just turned upside down. And he had no idea what was going to happen. And I'm sure that he thought it was the end of his dream, but in reality, it was just the beginning, because God's plan, God's vision for Joseph was so much more than Joseph even realized. And so in that dream, he's told, don't be afraid, go take Mary. And so he doesn't know what's going to happen. I mean, he's marrying a woman who's already pregnant, and it seems pretty impossible that this could be the work of God, right? But he goes for it. He goes for it anyway. And he does it. And of course, we know that story because we have hindsight. But just imagine living it. Just imagine living in that time, And then what about the kings? They have a vision not to return to their home the same way. They have that daydream, and so sometimes those dreams are warnings, and sometimes they are, don't limit yourself, don't not allow God to do the impossible through you and around you and with you, Psalm 37 tells us to delight ourselves in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. So my question for you guys today, I want to give you a question. My question for you today is, are you a dreamer? And if so, what do you dream about? Do you dream about the future? Do you dream about other things that you'd rather be doing? Do you dream about other people that you love or care about in your life? I'm just interested to know. I am interested to know. So I'm going to give you a moment to comment. Let's see if anybody has anything to say on that. I love that I can see some comments now. It's fantastic. Why is it good that I'm not in Cleveland doing Tea Talk? Oh, because Misha has a lot to say this morning. Mimi, I love those puppies. All right, so are you a dreamer? And if so, what do you dream about? Anyone who spent any not even significant time with me over the last couple of years, you know that I dream about living in a camper. And I don't even know that if it's that I dream of living in a camper, it's that I dream of simplicity. The fastest way to kick Carrie into a daydream is to put her downstairs in her kitchen and dining room when the kitchen is a disaster and the dining room table is under piles of everything and she needs to make dinner. Carrie's talking in the third person, but that is the fastest way to get me daydreaming. Like, I can't handle all this. I dream of simpler life, of a life where my husband isn't so stressed at work and in this day and age in harm's way all the time. I dream of a time when he and I can just experience our life together instead of him having to go to a job that is always, it's not that it's hard. He doesn't mind hard work. It's what he has to do. It's not fun. And I don't want that for him for much longer. So I dream of the day when he can retire, and I want us to not have all these bills that come with a house and a yard and a property and new things. Like, I just want that all. I dream of a day when that is behind us. And I dream of a time when I can take all the time I want to walk, to pray, to write music, to sing, to be, instead of going, okay, I got 15 minutes. Let's get these devotions in. I don't want it to be that. So I do dream of that, but I still dream of traveling. I dream, and that's probably why there's a camper involved in my daydream, right? Carrie dreams of moving southwest. The problem is her husband does not. So maybe you need to start praying for him to catch the vision, right? He's going to catch that vision. What else do people dream about? Let's see what Ted says. It's kind of cool because with a dream, anything is possible, right, Ted? Anything is possible within a dream, and nothing is impossible. So yeah, and God can do that in our waking hours. Absolutely. Miraculous things, which I think we need to not limit. We do serve a mountain moving God, right? So our God is a God that moves mountains. So why would we limit him? Whatever the mountains are in our life, like maybe a husband that doesn't want to move out southwest, right? Michelle says, no promises a camper removes stress. You would know. That is true. There are going to be a fewer people in my camper though. But yeah, whatever the mountains are that we need to move, if our dream coincides with God's vision, again, Psalm 37, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. I read somewhere that the first step to receive the desires of your heart is to catch a vision. So just think about that. The first step to receive the desires of your heart is to catch a vision. If you can see it, you can have it. That's what I read. Now, that doesn't say that everything you dream about is going to come true. Which is actually probably a good thing sometimes, right? But to catch a vision. So if this mug, instead of saying dream big, it said catch a vision, that would really speak to me. We are the God of the impossible. We serve the God of the impossible. We are not the God of the impossible. We serve the God of the impossible. So if you are ready to dream big dreams, if you are ready to catch a vision that maybe no one else thinks is possible in your life, if you are ready to do something that maybe everybody else is telling you is crazy, is impossible, can't be done, who do you think you are dreaming those big dreams? It's then that I want to encourage you to just delight yourself in the Lord. I think that's the coolest part about all of this. God doesn't say, now, if you deprive yourself, if you starve yourself, if you get rid of all comforts, then maybe I will give you the desires of your heart. No, he just asks us to delight ourselves in him. I mean, what? So if we delight ourselves in the Lord, that sounds easy, right? But I don't think that it is. There's a little bit of a catch. We live in a world that wants us to delight in ourselves, in our own accomplishments. We live in a world that wants to convince us that it's by our strength or how much money we have or how strong we have or how smart we have or how talented we have. If we are those things at a higher level than someone else, then and only then will we get the desires of our heart, the thing that we really want, the things that we dream about. And I just want to flip that all around for us today, right? So if you just jumped on for Coffee and Conversation, aka Tea Talk, we are talking about dreaming big dreams and the desires of our heart, catching a vision, right? So our challenge today, because we are living in this world that wants us to try to do things on our own, I challenge you to catch a vision and then do nothing except delight yourself in the Lord today. Sometimes when we're fighting for something or we're moving towards something or something big is about to happen and we're not quite sure what to do, or we've done everything we possibly can, or we think it's impossible and we need to just put that dream aside because that's for children. Children daydream and we don't think we have the right to daydream. If any of those things are true in your life, then I just want to encourage you to delight yourself in the Lord today. Let everything you say and everything you do be about delighting yourself in Him. And then your vision just might become possible. And your possibility might just become a reality. Wouldn't that be something? You dreamed a dream and it became a desire in your heart, which turned into a vision, which is now a possibility and in God a reality. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's cool that God says, delight yourself in me. And the desires of your heart I will know them and I will want to bring them to you. That's Carrie paraphrasing again, by the way. All right, friends, let's pray. So when I was thinking about this, this morning, I had my guitar. Nobody heard that. Nobody saw that. It's a big guitar today. And this chorus started coming into my mind. And so I would like to teach it to you. Maybe we could sing it together. It's very easy. Here it goes. Lord, you are my delight. All I have is yours. Be my vision, Lord, you are my delight, and all I have is yours. Be my vision. It's an easy one, right? Lord, you are my delight. All I have is yours. Be my vision. Be my dream, right? Let's pray this together and take a moment to just allow ourselves to delight in God this morning. Maybe not asking Him for anything, but the ability to see our lives the way that He sees our lives. That if we can catch His vision for ourselves, for our families, for those around us, and for our life, then the impossible becomes possible because it is His vision. Let's sing this together, out loud or in your heart, depending on where you are. Lord, you are my delight, and all I have is yours. Be my vision, oh Lord, you are my delight, and all I have is yours. Be my vision, be my dream. Oh Lord, you are my delight, and all I have is yours. Be my vision, oh Lord, you are my delight, and all I have is yours. Be my vision, be my dream, oh Lord. Amen. Thank you guys. Thank you for dreaming with me today. I just hope that you will go and let me just see. Dottie says, I dream of a world where peace there's peace and we can get along with each other. Amen to that, right? So let's live in Psalm 37:4. Thank you, Libby, for that reference. I wasn't sure the verse. So 37:4, delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, they're God's lyrics. So there you go. This might be the only time that song ever gets done. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of our mornings, right? Greg had a fantastic Motivational Monday yesterday. I'm sure most of you caught it. If not, like me, catch the replay. It was very, very good and probably sparked my thoughts for today. So we will see you again. I know Greg has, our full program coming this week. So I actually am still not sure what's happening on Wednesday. Amy, what happens on Wednesday? Is that just a day off? So, I know Thursday, Greg often has guests, and Friday is the podcast with Millie, which is fantastic. So I'm just not really sure what happens Wednesday. So Amy will tell us, or Libby will tell us. But peace be with you all today. I didn't say that at the beginning, but peace be with you all. Have a fantastic day. Stay cool. It's going to be warm. It's probably going to be the same in Cleveland. And God bless you guys. I will see you next Tuesday for Tea Talk with some fruit-infused iced tea. Okay. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.